Hello and welcome. Today I am with one more very interesting problem on projectile motion. I'll read the problem. A stone is thrown upwards from the ground with a speed of 13 meters per second, and after 0.1 seconds it just passes over one side of the roof of a building. On its way down, the stone misses hitting the opposite end of the roof and finally hits the ground 2.3 seconds after it passed the roof for the first time. Find the width of the roof, right? So the problem is this. We have, let's say this is the roof and we are asked to find the roof, width of the roof. A stone is thrown, it just passes one side of the roof, goes up, and while it comes down it passes the other end of the roof, right? This is the roof and you are given the times and we will make a sketch. So you are asked to find this width. Okay, so the stone is not thrown, it's thrown upward but not vertically upward, because if it were thrown vertically upwards it would have come down like this, but it is passing just near this roof, right? Passes over, and then while coming down it is just missing the other end of the roof, right? So let's make the sketch. I'll clean this portion and okay, so let us say this is the roof and let's say this is the ground, okay, and from the ground a stone is thrown, okay, so it just passes near the end of this roof. Let's say this is point A, this is B, and you are asked to find out AB. The stone is thrown, say like this, it goes up and will come down like this. Okay, so this is a projectile. Okay, so what you are told here is it is thrown, let's say it's thrown with a velocity of 13 meters per second. It's thrown at a 13 meter. So this is the direction and that magnitude is 30. So this is a vector representing that velocity and it is 13 meters per second, right? This is. Now the stone takes 0.1 second to reach one end of the 0.1 second. It just passes over the one side. So from here to here it is taking 0.1 second. And we are told that it takes 2.3 seconds to reach the ground after having passed the roof edge of the passed over the edge of the roof for the first time. That means from here to here, let's say this is point G. So from A to G, the stone is taking 2.3 seconds, right? And yeah, so we are going to consider G as 10 meters per second square, right? This is what we always do. Fine. Now we want to find out AB. This is all we are told. Right now, immediately suppose, so we know this is a projectile and if we want to find out AB, something should come to our mind directly, that this is nothing but the horizontal displacement of the projectile. So the projectile is moving up and moving towards right. That means it moves up, then comes down, but basically it's moving up and down and moving horizontally. So from this point to this point, this is the horizontal displacement of the projectile. So if you knew what is because in projectile the horizontal component of the velocity is always constant. It's the vertical component of the velocity which keeps on changing. Here the vertical component will be 0. So the vertical component keeps on reducing, it becomes 0, then downward it keeps on increasing in downward direction. But throughout the travel of a projectile, the horizontal component of velocity is always constant. So suppose you knew the horizontal component of velocity of this projectile, and if you knew the time the projectile takes for traveling from here to here, right? Then it would have been easy to find out this distance, because that is horizontal velocity, horizontal component of the velocity into time, and that's it, right? And you can see that the time can be found out from the based on the given information. Think about it. This is point 1, right? From here to here, it's going to take 2.3, right? So one can immediately say that from here to here it is 0.1. Logically, B is also at the same level. So from B to G, the time would be 0.1 second, right? Why can we say that? Because when it's like, the projectile is starting from the ground, moves up, right? And then again comes down, right? It moves up and it's traveling horizontally. But just consider, because we can, in case of projectile, we can separate vertical and horizontal motions. So just consider that it's just moving up and down. It's like moving here and coming down. It's like same as moving here and coming down. So projectile from ground travels a distance upward this much. It takes 0.1 second. And obviously, if it reaches down again, it will take 0.1 seconds. You can refer to my videos on concept lectures if this is not clear, but this is obvious, right? I made 2-3 videos on talking about the concepts, initial videos, concept lectures on projectile. You might want to refer to them. Anyway, so we know that the time from B to G is also 0.1, right? It's 0.1. So the total time, it's 0.1 plus 2.3, this is because from A to G is 2.3, is 2.4. And so it means from 2.4, if you reduce 0.1 and this 0.1, that means 0.2. If you reduce 0.2, total time is 2.4 minus 0.1 from here to here, minus 0.1 from here to here. That means it will be 2.4 minus 0.2, which means T for travel from A to B is 2.2. 2.4 minus 0.2. Okay. So now if you know this time, all that you want to know is the horizontal velocity of this projectile. Once we know horizontal velocity of the projectile, then distance between A and B is nothing but horizontal displacement, which means horizontal velocity into 2.2, right? Now our task is to find out the horizontal component of this projectile. Okay. Now to find out that, what you should see here is this. You know this is 13 meters per second, right? So its horizontal component, right, is nothing but the horizontal velocity, and there will be some vertical component. So because we want to find out horizontal component of this velocity, which will be constant, the horizontal component will be constant, right, throughout. That we want to find out. So just try to find out the vertical component of the velocity. Then you can find out horizontal component. Now that means initial vertical component. What we are finding out is initial vertical component of the velocity of the projectile. That initial vertical component will keep on decreasing as the projectile moves up, then it will keep on increasing, it comes down. Okay. So find out the initial component, vertical component of the initial velocity, because it is fired at, the projectile is fired at 13 meters per second. So how would you do that? Just think about it. This projectile has reached here, right, and it is coming down. Here, when it reaches here, its vertical component of velocity is 0, because when it reaches here, its vertical velocity is 0, it will have horizontal velocity. So the only velocity is going to be horizontal velocity, right? So we know that its vertical velocity or vertical component of the velocity is 0. That means you can now separate the motions. Imagine the vertical motions and vertical motion and horizontal motion separated and treat this problem. So its initial, let's say this is u is its initial vertical component of the velocity. So 13 meters is total velocity. Its vertical component is u. The projectile moves up, right? Here its velocity, vertical velocity is going to be 0, right? And how much time does this projectile take? Now that can be easily found out. This time, if you can see here, total time is 2.3 plus 0.1, it is 2.4 second. this project, it is reaching here and coming down, and logically you can convince yourself that this has to be symmetrical, right? So it means the time for the projectile to reach this height and again come down, right? Total time would be, total time is 2.4. So the time the projectile takes to reach the maximum height is 2.4 by 2, right? This is 0.1, this is 2.3, total is 2.4. So from here to here, the projectile should take 2.4 by 2, that is 1.2 seconds, right? And we are separating vertical motion and horizontal motion, right? So we will consider this. So it means this here, it's reaching here, the time is 1.2 seconds, the velocity is 0, right? What we are going to do here, we want to find out initial vertical velocity. Once we find out initial vertical velocity, we can find out horizontal velocity, horizontal component of velocity, which will be constant, and you know how to find out this AB. So if this is a rectilinear motion we are going to consider, we will use the relation V is equal to U plus AT. We want to find out U. You know that here the velocity is 0, that means at this height the velocity is 0, final velocity. Final vertical velocity, we are talking about vertical velocity. So this is 0, so this is U plus AT, right? Now what is AT? A is acceleration due to gravity, which is downward, we are going to take it as 10 meters per second square, downward as negative, and U is vertically upward, which will be positive. So this is minus 10, time we have said it is 1.2, right? So it means U is equal to, you take it on the left hand side, is 10 into 1.2 is 12 meters per second, right? U is 12 meters per second, that is the vertical component of the initial vertical component of the velocity, which is 13, but vertical component is 12. Now if that is known, your next task is very easy. We have to find out, this is 13, please note, this is given as 13, right? And we want to find out this horizontal component and vertical component, or I can show it this way. This is 12, vertical component of velocity, horizontal we have to find out, and total is 13. So this is a rectangle triangle. We want to find out this, and we can immediately find out this, right? This is 13, this is 12. So you can logically say this will be root of 13 square, right? 13 square minus 12 square. 13 is the hypotenuse of the rectangle triangle. So 169 minus 144, that is going to be 25. So this will be 5. So your horizontal component of the velocity is 5 meters per second. This is going to be constant throughout, right? If this is constant, here also it is 5 meters per second. So now we can immediately find out what is this displacement, which is nothing but the width of the roof. So what is that? So AB will be horizontal velocity, horizontal component of the velocity, which is 5 meters per second, into time. Time we have already estimated, it is 2.2. So it is, you can see here it is 11 meters. 5 to that. So this 11 meters. Thank you.